We are already headed into the draft for game number 3. The player's incredibly quick, so we're going to hop in and see if Fnatic can actually take the clean sweep 3-0 and head into the finals to face TeamLiquid, or whether G2 will use this opportunity to make a stand.
Yeah, and they have to use an opportunity. Oh, wow, we are actually quite a bit into the draft already. Okay, let's check this out. So we have, first of all, a first ban on Sonya this time. Yeah, the respect ban against Sonya. I like it. And Tyranda's being banned out, so Fnatic just simply saying, hey, you can have the Kalthas, you can't have Tyranda here. And they react again with a false set ETC, which is basically the opening that we saw in the game before, chosen by G2 eSports. So they kind of copied that style here a bit. G2 eSports then react with Meridian and Tyrael. That helps, of course, first of all, because they already planned to ban out Uther. So with that ban, with the picks that they have, they made sure that ETC does neither have the Tyrael, nor does he have the Uther that he combo off the mosh pit, which is really nice. At the same time, G2 eSports has now very good frontliners that they can jump in with, and Fnatic countered out with the Tacita ban. Infernal Shrines, it's AoE damage.
Yep, Jada, very good for the AoE damage, will help out. And there is an Abathur, so they're getting in that XP, so no Lost Vikings yet.
Chat is so dirty on that Abathur.
It is. This is the first thing, like the very first time we cast them after they made this competition.
That's why they banned Tacita. Before they picked the Abathur, I was actually like wondering, why would you ban Tacita? There's nothing really on the opponent's side that has to worry you this much. But with them picking Abathur, if you control a Tacita, you can try and start go Abathur hunting. And therefore, they want to deny the vision here. So that kind of makes a bit more sense now, especially with them already controlling Falstad, who's oftentimes also a bit of an Abathur hunter because he can just like fly in. But yeah, that explains at least to a certain extent the Tacita pick. And next to that, of course, Tacita has decent AoE that he can also use.
Yeah, so G2, they now have the potential. The Sylvanas, absolutely. They also had the potential if they don't want to go for that, but I agree it's definitely the more viable choice. The Lost Vikings, if they want to try and counteract that XP soak a little, but I think the push you'd get from Sylvanas is just so far.
I can't really remember when I've seen them play Lost Vikings the last time, and I actually believe that I have never seen a game on Infernal Shrines where they did not pick Sylvanas, and there she is.
And they get their support in as well, the Karazim. Fnatic, they still need to pick their support as well. And they're out of invulnerabilities for ETC. Both of them, in fact, are not available. Tyrael taken by G2 and Uther banned out by G2. So what kind of support do we think they are going for here? Brightwing still available, possibly to counteract the Kael'thas, so that is who I would place my bet on.
I would not go for Morales here.
Yep.
Because, well, Meridian, and if there's a Morales, that Tyrael is going to be very tempted to go into Judgment.
But you could get the Mosh Party bus. But instead, we do see the Brightwing.
Brightwing
Shield Dust into Bouncy Dust, super good against Kael'thas, even good against Sylvanas, and it's just some nice heavy healing. She can
and you have a super dirty comp now as well.
Yes, you do.
Because you fly in with okay, so when Zeratul was still a big thing, we had this really, really dirty composition with Abathur, Zeratul, and Brightwing. And what would happen is that Zeratul would sneak around the map, look for a target, and then just yell once. Abathur jumps in with a symbiote, Brightwing jumps in, polymorphs the target, and suddenly instead of a 1 versus 1, you have 3 versus 1 gang squad. In this case, we have at least the false that they can fly in. Abathur jumps in with a symbiote, and then you have also the Brightwing. It's not going to be their focus, that's not the whole idea of this, but it's an added bonus that you get and that you will use when you see a lone target somewhere on the map.
Yeah, we used to see a huge amount of focus on the XP soaking just without Abathur. In a lot of cases, like the Abathur XP soak was always nice, but it used to be all about Falstad Brightwing, where they would be in a lane on their own for ages, soaking the XP. It still is the case, and then would immediately join in for a gank in that situation.
Remember double bribe?
I do remember double bribe. That was pretty silly.
With bribe and bribe taken, you could basically just get the bribe on Brightwing, you could get the bribe on Falstad, and Falstad would fly anywhere on the map to a camp at the opponent's side. Brightwing would jump in, and he would just like bribe the entire camp
and then leave.
And then both of them leave. It was very, very annoying. Right now, that's not a thing anymore. But what
like many things in Heroes that were deemed pretty silly, they were removed
I thought it was
game.
funny.
It was very funny. I quite liked it. It's still technically possible if you want to do without Falstad.
We have actually an invite for the game as well. And that being said, there was something else that I wanted to talk about with that setup that they have right now. We were talking about the Abathur. Oh yeah, this is going to be Shad's Abathur play. And was it Fragbite where we casted this?
No, it was WCA. With the very first time we saw this team as this particular lineup, and Shad was able to get a hold of the Abathur and was basically ruined the bot lane of, I can't remember who they're against. It might have been G2, actually.
He actually played with that. That was for one of the first times in months that we've actually seen the Locust focus again.
Yes.
Not the Toxic Minds, but a focus on the Locust on the level 1, 13, and 16 talent, and he destroyed.
Yeah, he ruined them every single time. It was just Locust, and then when he wasn't Locust, okay, Ultimate Evolution in the fight, and then, all right, back to Locusts. We lost the fight, let's kill their bot lane.
And then they played another game against G2 in Fragbite where
where
they lost. That was another one.
Guys,
that was an insane match where they actually lost in the end. Shad was again on Abathur. It was great, but they dominated the game.
It was actually down to Shad that they
It was like 20-0 in kills or something. And then they lost one team fight where they went for core. Core was at 1%. G2 turns it around, wins it.
Yeah.
And Abathur during the entire time could have just jumped to the other lane.
Abathur was pushing top lane where there was still a keep, as opposed to bot lane where there was no keep, and the only thing in the way was a shield on the core.
So this is going to be the rematch. The match has started. Fnatic, they are in the 2-0 lead here. G2 eSports, let's find out if they can turn it around here. They made a crazy comeback happen once on this map. Let's find out if it happens again. To the left side of the map, we have for Fnatic, Breeze on ETC, Quapnix on Falstad, Nene is playing Jaina, Shad, of course, as predicted, on Abathur, and Smexy Style is on Brightwing. To the right side of the map, Muradin is played by Juve. We have Leo from Korea on Karazim, Bashek on Kalfas, Shiku on Tyrael, and Nika on Sylvanas. Solid setup for both of the teams here, and yeah, pretty curious to see what they're actually going to bring to the table here. When it comes to the talents, we have Abathur with no commitment just yet.
Not choosing yet, with the wind already chosen by Sylvanas. If Abathur is going for the Locust, he's actually missing out on a Locust here. If he was going for the extra buffing from that level 1 talent, Smexy immediately taking a Shadow Dagger.
Abathur AFK, report please.
Yeah, he's AFK just behind the wall. There we go, Locust talent. So we just missed out on a couple Locusts.
Yeah, but that Locust talent already indicates what he wants to do. So this is a big map, and one of the main reasons why Abathur and also the Lost Vikings are quite strong here, let's go over this again, is that Blizzard changed the map a bit. Now you have to take 40 of the minions instead of 30, and that makes for very long fights on those shrines once they are activated. That allows Abathur to position himself on the other side of the map and soak experience while he helps out the team with the symbiote, and that brings their team usually in quite the lead. And as the map is also very big, the pushing power of the Locust towards the later stage of the game is incredibly powerful to threaten structures and even core at the end. So it's a great hero. It's a hero that Fnatic has a lot of experience with on this map, and Shad is a beast.
Having a look at some of the talents we have seen in the earlier levels, or the level 1. We have the With the Wind from Sylvanas, not going for that extra damage, which could help out with the demons. Sylvanas not going to be able to use it at this point. She gets picked off here, which she might with the help of Abathur. Oh, so close! Thank God for that stun there from Bashek. Really, really nice. They do get out of there. We also see the Prog Rock on the ETC. It's a very good map for Globes. And the Season Marksman on the Falstad.
It's going to be a fun game for sure. Like the setup that we have for Fnatic is actually, it's not really a massively tanky setup or anything. We're running a single tank in this case. Brightwing and Abathur are going to try and help out here. The threat, of course, with Ultimate Evolution later is to copy on Jaina so that you get even more Blizzards in. But overall, Fnatic have to be very careful with the way that they engage here. It's not a very sustainy talent that they have. They want to go in, do the damage, and try to drop a target early.
Yeah, they should be pretty comfortable with this. For now, we are seeing G2 getting trying to catch up to the demons of Fnatic, and they've already managed to do so. But Breeze moving in quite aggressively onto Shiku, trying to catch him out here. Good flame strike from Kael'thas, trying to zone out as many members as possible. Both teams fully committing to this, other than Abathur, who's doing Abathur things.
Yeah, but he's actually not with his body at the top lane,
soaking,
which is a bit weird considering that everybody else is in the middle. Now that he knows where they are positioned, he should try and soak that EXP. So Shad here, maybe with a bit of a too passive play. Sylvanas is nearly dying there. That was the problem. But oh, Falstad is also about to drop, so he needs to move back, and he will do that.
Yeah, Quacknix will get out of there. Bashek able to finish that off for his team with a very nice flame strike, and that will give the first Punisher, over to G2 Esports. But it is the first Punisher of the game. Fnatic not going to have too much trouble picking that off quite quickly.
Yeah, he should be baited in, and there it is.
Oh my God! Following up on the bait with a very quick kill onto Brightwing there. Very well played. by G2, and that was with 3 members, they're still split up into each of the other lanes, soaking all the XP as well.
Yeah, they went also through they went to the towers, and they are about to drop that fort. There's a massive lead for them already.
Yeah, they look really, really good here. Level 1 fort, usually the first Punisher doesn't do too much in this case. All the towers, the fort, they look really, really nice here, and they're finally going to pull back. Not going to risk it because the Punisher are pretty much dead already.
That is a bit brutal.
Yeah.
That was a very good start now for G2.
That went really, really well for them. And because of that, they hit level 7 quite a bit in advance, which is going to be really good for them. And they're going to start grabbing mercenary camps from Fnatic's side of the map. They're only going to grab the Kazaras, though. The rest of it's going to be down in this bot lane. But they'll grab another Khaldor. This is a neutral one in the middle of them.
I'm still a bit wondering why he didn't start the experience at the top lane, because normally that's the whole idea of using Falstad here. I feel that later on for the fights, he's definitely going to try and do that. The only thing that I can carry up with is that at the beginning, he didn't want to commit to the top lane because he didn't know where all of the heroes were.
Yeah.
He didn't want to run into a trap. And once that he realized that everybody was in the middle, he had to use the symbiote and didn't really have the time to maneuver himself up to the top. That would make the most sense here. If that would not have been the case, if he could have soaked a bit too, then they would probably be in a better position when it comes to experience. But as is, we are having G2 eSports with a very solid situation here, and they can now start to move in, of course, to do a bit more damage. Level 7 talents for both of the teams. We have Toxic Nest talents taken with a Vile Nest even. And Brightwing dying again here, so that the bot lane was taken out. And G2 is playing a very strong match at this point.
Yeah, they are looking very tough. They're going to continue to push this bot lane. They actually have a single Kazara here to help with the pushing here. It's going to work on the tower. They're going to get both of the towers in this bot lane already. Falstad and ETC, though, coming in from behind. They're on even talents. They're going to try and do this. Brightwing teleporting in as well. And Kael'thas gets wiped so quickly here. But they're not done with just that. They want Nika, and they will get him. And that is very well played there by Fnatic. They're even going to try and get Juve, but he should get out. He is the Muradin. Throws the sun for good measure, but Falstad has already peeled off.
Especially that Sylvanas is, of course, one of the reasons why G2 eSports was able to get so far ahead, since she helps those Punishers to become even stronger by disabling all the structures. And it's one of the reasons why they can push in this heavily. But now Fnatic is not only back in business thanks to those 2 kills that they just got, they got the kills at the perfect moment in time, which secures them a massive lead in minions. They're already nearly at 20 minions before we see 5 heroes back on the map for G2 eSports. So a great position here to be in. We have also Frostbitten as a level 7 talent now for Jaina with Secret Weapon after the power throw taken for Falstad. And we have, of course, on level 7 for ETC. Right now, they just keep rocking the mini Relentless that he has here. But this is a fight where G2 eSports, again, will get a bit of a lead thanks to that level 10 that they will have any second now. So Fnatic, even though they got a great start into that temple, has to move back and wait for that experience to drop. Shad is at the bot lane trying to secure it for them.
Yeah, and they're getting it very quickly, but Breeze having to back up. It's Mexi also backing up. He took a lot of damage thanks to the Envenom from Sylvanas. There's level 10 for both teams pretty much simultaneously, so we're probably going to see a pretty big fight here. Flamestrike, though, gives the Punisher over to G2 eSports, and that forces Fnatic to back up. They couldn't get in to grab the last final demons in time.
Yeah, wow. That was actually very impressive by G2 eSports. They were very far behind when it came to minion counts. And now Sylvanas again is going to disable this. Muradin jumps in with a Punisher. They go for Falstad. They drop him, and they drop ETC as well. Great play here by G2 eSports. They were waiting for the Punisher to move in, and Juve took the opportunity, immediately moved in together with him, and they stunned out Falstad and ETC and dropped both.
Yeah, and the Wailing Arrow from Nika as well. Immediate follow-up. Got all 3 heroes there. It was just a beautiful follow-up to a very ambitious Punisher. Getting 3 members like that was really good.
And this is really tricky for Fnatic. It just shows how dangerous it is to allow G2 eSports to get a Punisher since they are running that Sylvanas. I've been talking already earlier about the way that G2 eSports usually drafts, and that on this map, they normally always use that hero. And this is exactly the reason why, because they know how much value they can get out of the Punisher if they are able to claim them. They are an entire level ahead already. They have 4 kills against 2. And what Fnatic needs to do is they need to really take a fight and win it. We have even Karazim, by the way, again with a 7-sided strike here, and for good reason.
Yeah, we actually saw it pick off one of the heroes at the end of the fight there for G2, doing a really good job. Going to grab another Kazara camp. There's one in the bot lane as well if they want to, or they can start getting aggressive and maybe move on to Fnatic side of the map and take their Khaldor instead, and that's what they're going to do.
You can, of course, always argue that it's much better to take 7-sided strike when your opponent is running a hit point heavy setup and a lot of tanks, but in this particular lineup here, it still does a lot of damage, and of course, it's pretty cool for just that pressure that they're trying to execute, and also the zoning on these shrines itself. With Tyrael running Sanctification, they have that panic button still, so they don't necessarily need that Divine Palm. Even if there is going to be a Ring of Frost plus those Blizzard Waves, Tyrael can always protect them if he jumps in and uses his own heroic ability. So Kharazim running with the damage ult gives them a lot of value.
Yeah, it also gives Kharazim a good chance to actually escape himself, as the 7-sided strike does put you into stasis when you activate it, so you're not going to get picked off in that scenario.
Absolutely.
If you are the one being focused down. Level 13 about to be hit for G2 here. Fnatic not too far behind, but it is just in time for the top shrine for G2, so they're going to make their way up there and take control of that area.
Yeah, Abathur's at the bottom lane, Brightwing in the middle, a lot of experience stroke now for Fnatic. They need to make that work. We have the talents taken already for their opponents, and that is now also the talent where we see Kel'Thas with level 13 and chain bomb damage. It was already bad before, but in this case, it's even worse for Fnatic. They have to suffer so much damage. On the other hand, it allows slowly and steadily Abathur to push these lanes a little bit better because of that level 13 talent with the Bombard strain that he chose now.
Yeah, and that's going to get even worse once they get to level 16, but for now, he's just a bit of a pain. And G2 getting zoned out quite well here. Good Mighty Gust there. In comes the great Wailing Arrow, though.
Great Wailing Arrow, and it's the kill against the copy of Jaina. The rest of the team is still around, though. It was great to see that burst against Kel'Thas. A very nice approach by Fnatic. They moved in from the side. They were waiting for an opportunity to go straight for him, and they used that flank to drop the main damage deal of G2 eSports, and now they can control the battle.
Yeah, they actually look like they may get Shihu as well, but no, Shihu protected by his team, and they're able to get out of there. Still, only 7 demons taken by Fnatic compared to 32 from G2, so they are very close. Nice mosh pit, only grabbing one person though, and he is stunned up to prevent any more. Nika very nearly going down there to that Blizzard. The Frostbolt does not hit to finish him off, and now Shihu and Leo from Korea in serious danger. Bashik has arrived back, and remember, he does have Chain Bomb going in. Smexy gets taken down. Maida and Breeze in full retreat. Maida goes down. Breeze gonna get hit by the Flame Strike, and he goes down as well. G2 immediately turned that fight.
Abathur pushing the bot lane in the meantime, doing some serious damage there, and he moved into the middle right after he took those towers, but now it's another Punisher for G2 eSports, and this is super, super scary. Sylvanas, he's moving in again. It was such a good start into this entire battle, but once more Fnatic has to move away. For them, I feel it's so important that they get the level 16 talents. That's going to help them towards the later stages of the game here, with all the Bouncy Dust talents taken, for example, with also Abathur being more powerful with the push on the lanes. I feel it's going to be a bit more stronger for them. But at this point, G2 eSports, even though they lost that Kharazim at the beginning, that Kel'Thas at the beginning of the game, they are just really running the show here.
They were able to delay that long enough for Kel'Thas to get back. They were able to get a good kill. Shad with the ultimate evolution on that Falstad there, going to help clear out this Immortal. It is a this Punisher. It is a Mortal Punisher, trying to do as much damage as it can. But while they still have that ultimate evolution up, Shad is pushing forward, scouting out, making sure that there is no trap set up by G2, and we immediately see Fnatic begin to re-move around because they have now lost sight of G2.
Fnatic has not eliminated a single fort in the game. Not one.
They have not.
There's also a lot of experiences already there. Talking about experience, we have level 16 talents now, and that means that we are running this with the Cold Embrace. Oh, again the attack and the kill against Brightwing. Brightwing is the punching bag of the G2 eSports in this game. She has been taken out quite a bit here.
Yeah, seriously struggling. Like, she has Blink Heal as an escape, but she's getting locked down so much away from her team sometimes. She's having a real big issue with staying alive.
Hold your ground taken on level 16. We're having the Arcane Barrier and the Soothing Breeze in this case on Kharazim. So not going into the Circle of Life, but instead going for that mini Relentless for the team, more or less. Reduction of control spells.
It's like a lesser cleanse. It doesn't reduce stuns, but it does remove slows, like the Jaina, for example, and stuff like that. And does it remove polymorphs? It does not.
There's the kill against Keep. That's what they wanted. That's what they got. Level 16 versus 16. Maybe the potential for a good chase. They go for Mirrodin. Stone form used. Brightning jumps in. The silence hits home for Heroes. Silence, but it doesn't matter. Mirrodin is already dead. And now Falstad is starting to fly back over to the left, trying to see if he can maybe zone somebody out. Oh, good attempt. But Sylvanas was able to escape it.
Just on the lip of that, and I'd actually like to call out to the Brightwing there. That polymorph was perfect time. He just stopped Mirrodin from dwarf tossing away. It was actually what guaranteed the kill on him because he was just about to. He just got the perfect timing right.
Fnatic is gaining some momentum. They had Brightwing at the bot lane, eliminating one, sorry, not Brightwing, Avatar at the bot lane, eliminating the first fort, and now at the top lane, they killed another one. So even with 4 kills against 8, they still have nearly the same experience as G2 eSports. It's half a level that divides those two teams. And if you consider how many kills G2 eSports got, how many structures they already took down, including that Keep at the top lane, that's pretty impressive. And now that Fnatic is at level 16, we see already the greater polymorph taken. Speed matters. Great talents here for them, and especially, of course, with that Locust talent for Avatar.
Yeah, the greater polymorph though from the Brightwing, it means they aren't going for that bouncy dust. So the shield is only going to be affecting one person now. So it's likely going to be used on the person affected by the initial chain bomb to prevent the explosion damage, as opposed to too much else.
One of the things, oh, this is again a kill against Mirrodin. Well played. What a great combo here for them. They're trying to go for a counter kill, and ETC dies. 7-sided strike. Once again, a powerful talent. Must be very frustrating for Fnatic now. They get the original kill on the shrine, and then it's the counter kill just when they think that they can finally secure a Punisher for themselves.
Yeah, that really came down to that Holy Ground as well. Bashek, though, getting attacked from behind. Mayna circling around, gets spotted by the Phoenix. Shad on that clone will go down, and now Mayna's in a pretty tough spot here. Mayna have to look for somewhere to just be back. Looks like he's just going to try to circle around, and maybe, no, he is going to be back, in fact. And we're seeing G2 pick up another Punisher here, and looking really good. However, Abathur is pushing the bot lane still with all of these Locusts.
But still, Punisher going into the mid lane, Sylvanas with it. This could be another Keep. I have to say that Mayna did an incredible job, by the way, with that Phoenix. That was the perfect Phoenix for him. He knew that there was a chance that somebody was trying to flank him. Uses the Phoenix there. He reveals it, forces Jaina back. He would have died if not for that. That was a great ult that he used.
Yeah, Bashek was on point there. And for now, we're seeing Fnatic just staying in base. They were able to pick up that Punisher very quickly due to the fact that G2 didn't push a bit. They didn't want to take the risk due to the fact that Mirrodin had to go to the bot lane to clear out those Locusts, which is just being a huge pain for the team.
Yeah, so the Punisher's also down now, and the Keep is still alive. Mayna with his Sylvanas is of course going to try and boost his damage up a bit more. He's at 23,000, so at this point when you're looking at Kelthos, for example, we have him already at 18,000 damage. He's still a bit behind, but the fight between the two mages currently won by the Ice Mage. But still, when it comes to the game, then we still have a lead for G2 eSports, and they are they're actually trying to move in and maybe zone somebody here so that they get another kill to start things off.
Yeah, they were chasing that very aggressively, wanting to change that damage counter in favor of the Kael'thas there, trying to move in and get anyone, but they're going to have to back away from this as Fnatic are also on level 19. Neither team too close to level 20s yet, but they're not willing to die before level 20s are available. They'd much rather just wait and get to that talent lead as opposed to accidentally giving it to their opponent.
Fnatic, they have to worry about the next few Punishers. They haven't spawned a single objective yet, and they really need to try and turn that a bit sooner, because the next one, like, these guys are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. The Punishers are scaling over time. Abathur can only do so much. Again, the attempt to burst somebody down. Nice. Once again, Tyrael, the savior here, thanks to the sanctification. They move in again, and there's just structure after structure that's taken out by G2 eSports. They want to claim level 20, and they are so close, and the shrine is active. Fnatic, they have to somehow get that experience.
Well, G2 actually have a little bit of an issue here in the fact that the shrine is about to spawn, and they're down 2 heroics, whereas Falstad, Mighty Gust will be up in time for that shrine, and both teams going to hit level 20 at about the same time. Difference is, Fnatic will have all their heroics compared to only 3 available for G2 eSports.
Abathur is now at the bot lane. Here's the level 20 talents. We're already starting things with the Mighty Gust. Locust Nest has been used for the additional push. Brightwing with Rewind for double polymorph. And what is G2 doing? Are they going to try to go for flank, or is this seriously a backdoor attempt? I don't think that they would go for backdoor here.
Spotted by the mine. Either way, Fnatic are going to see everything, but they are still in quite a tough position. Very split up here. And we see Maynard trying to stay hidden here to make sure he doesn't get caught out. There's the pot. There is the ultimate evolution. But both of them hit by that living bomb. Both of them silenced, actually. And Shad already taken out here. Maynard will get blink healed onto so that they can get out of this. And this is giving time for G2 to get their heroics back off cooldown.
Oh, Juve missing the Stormbolt here. That was unfortunate. He was trying to flank. He misses an important Stormbolt. Now it's Tyrell who eats a ton of damage as Abathar is pushing the bot lane. He has also the nest now as well. That's a lot of locust pressure that we're seeing here. But that shrine is going to be so important. These Punishers 18 minutes into the game are just brutal. And again, they go for Tyrell. They try to hit it. Bashtek is missing the gravity labs. Shihu jumps in with a holy ground, and Breeze has to move away. He's split from the rest of the team. But still, eSports with the attempt to go for the Punisher, of course.
Ultimate Evolution will be back in 5 seconds, so that's going to give Fnatic the chance to move in and get a really good team fight here. We will likely see that any second now. Breeze trying to get a good angle onto someone. In comes the Brightwing Teleport to give Breeze that shield so he can get a better angle. G2 getting very close to having their Punisher here. Breeze moving in. There's the Mighty Gust to try and group him up. Bolt into the mosh pit, catches 2 members. Ring of Frost also getting Karazim afterwards, but he gets out of there straight away thanks to that 7-sided strike with Transgression added onto it. Meridian gets Polybolt, is getting focused on Sanctification. It keeps him alive though, and they get Maynard.
And they get Breeze as well. It's a double kill. It's a triple kill. They get the Punisher too. This is going to be game. G2 Esports is able to start a bit of a comeback. And during all of this, it was actually so close. Breeze gets the mosh pit off. And the big problem is both Janas, just a second before that happened, used their Blizzard on Meridian trying to take him down. They didn't have the cooldown, and therefore there was 0 damage on the mosh pit. Both of the targets that were locked down by Breeze did not suffer any damage, and that was a big, big deal. Now, of course, they finished the game up here, and Fnatic, they lose on Infernal Shrines, and thanks to that great Sylvanas play, G2 Esports is able to start a bit of a comeback with that first map win in the best of 5 series.